Good evening, parents of Indio High School students. This is Mr. Lawson with our annual Title I parent meeting to give you information about our Title I program and how we utilize our federal funds to support student learning. Every year we're required to hold this special evening, and this year because of the pandemic we're doing this virtually. Title I is a federal program that provides additional academic support and learning opportunities for students from kindergarten through 12th grade, where there is a high percentage of students that are socially disadvantaged. It's intended to help them meet state standards, and it's not to replace, but to give additional support. That's called supplemental, not supplanting. The goals of the program at our school for Title I are to provide direct instructional support to students, professional development for our teachers so that they can enhance their instruction, and to promote and provide parent education and engagement. Our district also has Title I funding that first serves all schools. Part of that funding before we are given our portion is to provide for an instructional coach to work with teachers in the classroom to further develop and refine their skills and introduce them to some of the newest and latest in teaching strategies. Access to a math, science, and English project facilitator that helps to work with the curriculum across the district since we have new textbook adoptions, district-wide professional development support for training, and from the Assessment Accountability Office, support in maintaining and monitoring all of our data and information regarding our state assessments. Then we are given direct funding to the school level. When we accept this funding, it means that we are held accountable to the Every Student Succeeds Act and the federal guidelines. So what are the federal guidelines that apply to Indio High School? Well, number one is every year we have to have a school site plan. We have to evaluate how our plan is doing and update that so that we can provide for the needs of our students. That plan is presented to the school site council, which has three parents, 6 teachers, and 3 students, so it's 6 of each. And we also gain the input from our English Learner Advisory Committee. The cycle for that plan is that in the fall we discuss the strategies and the actions that we take that we plan for improving student achievement. During the spring we evaluate how those actions took place, and we take the most recent data to determine which one of our strategies are successful and which ones need to be refined. And then we look at our preliminary funding for the upcoming year. Then in May, we adopt our final school plan, which is called the School Plan for Student Achievement, often referred to as the SIPSA, and that is then sent to the school board where they approve all 34 school site plans. In that school plan, we include our school performance data for students, an analysis of that data, evaluating how we did on last year's achievement, and then we look at any new actions or strategies that are intended to help us reach the state goals and the measures that are listed on the state dashboard for school improvement. We also include our budget allocations for Title I, which is federal monies, supplemental concentration monies, which come from the state, which are intended to close the achievement gap for our English learners, our students that are foster youth and homeless, and for our students that are economically disadvantaged. So how do we spend that federal money? Well, I've put it together for you here in the 10 categories. The first one is we provide a couple of extra positions. We hire an extra teacher to reduce the class load so that all of our freshmen are in a support class called Freshman Seminar to help them get off to a good start, to look at intervention, to look at their site plans as a student, and to map out their 4 years of high school. Then we pay a portion to pay our instructional coach to remain beyond the school day for an extra half an hour so that she can provide assistance to our staff and to our parents. We also pay for outside of the school day intervention costs. We run Saturday schools. We've been running before school tutoring, after school tutoring. This pays for that extra time so that we have a teacher available as well as the materials that they use. We provide extra time for our counselors and our college career specialists to provide those evening parent workshops, our PK program, the spin night program, events throughout the year that our counselors provide in the evenings to welcome our parents for learning how to be an involved parent and things that you need to know to be engaged in school. We also provide, the fifth one is to pay for two paraeducators to work with our English learners that are not meeting standards in core subjects. We have a significant amount of students who this is their first year or second year in English, so our two paraeducators stay very busy. Additionally, we provide for instructional materials, supplies, software, equipment, and other instructional accommodations. We were able to use some of this funds to buy document cameras so that teachers could be able to show the textbook and materials online as they're projecting even in their Zoom lessons to connect with students. We also purchase technology subscriptions for things such as Turnitin and Alex.com, which is a math practice, and vocab.com, which helps our students to develop their vocabulary skills. We pay for professional development costs for workshops, training, conferences, consultants to help all of our staff, our paraeducators and our teachers combined, to learn the latest and newest in strategies and to help refine their practices. We also have an allotment, as you see, for postage and copying for our parent communication when we send our newsletter electronically, but throughout the year we have various items that are mailed home, our Student of the Month certificates now that we're in virtual, progress reports, in danger of not graduating notices. There are a number of things that we mail out throughout the year. And then the last one that you'll see there is we have additional funding to provide for some of the extra costs of materials and translators for some of our parent workshops. That's how we use our federal funding to support Title I improvement for students to improve their academics. Now, at the same time, every school that receives Title I funding must have a parent involvement policy. Our policy we present to our school site council every year, and we update and refine and polish that up. We review it to look for any changes, and that is sent home every year at the beginning of school in the packet. It's typically, when we did packets, it was blue or green, depending on if it was in English or Spanish. But last year and this year, it was included in your online registration materials electronically. We also have it placed on our school webpage to make it easy for you to access. We every year present that to our school site council so that our parents that are on the council have the opportunity to review and to make adjustments and changes. Also, we have what is called a compact. The Homeschool Compact is an agreement that we make between the school with parents, teachers, and students that says, here are the expectations that I have, and here's what I'm going to do to help be successful in school. So our students have a few items that are listed on that compact that they're responsible for. We ask that you please look and sign that compact when it's in your Parent View online registration each and every year, because it lists the things that all three of us are agreeing to do to guarantee the success of every student. That is distributed annually, and again, we bring that to the school site council so they can review and update it as necessary. And every year, our parents bring one or two changes to that form so that it's always current and reflects what's happening in school. There are a number of ways that you can be involved and engaged at Indio High School. For your involvement, we offer a parent-teacher conference during report card distribution night in November and in March. These have been in person. We're working on how we'll do that this year for the first report card because we're in a situation where we're virtual at the moment. We also have a monthly school site council and English Learner Advisory Council meeting, as well as a number of career technical education parent advisory groups. This year for Back to School Night, instead of coming to school, we did that virtually, where right now you can click on the link on our webpage for every teacher, and they recorded a video of their Back to School presentation so that we can keep everyone safe. We also monthly have an opportunity for you to participate in our Student of the Month assembly as we present our students for outstanding achievement or most improvement. And throughout the year, there are a number of performance programs, whether it be the band, choir, the dance team. A number of our groups have student performances, and our theater, of course, presents two complete plays and a number of student-directed plays throughout the year that we invite our community to attend. And last but not least, there are some engagement opportunities to help you be the most effective parent in monitoring your son or daughter's education. Three of those, are listed at the bottom of the screen. The first one is the Parent Institute for Quality Education, which is known as PK. We've offered that for 3 years in English and in Spanish. It's an 8-week series that will help you to prepare your son or daughter to graduate and move on to the next phase of their education or career. It talks about college, career, military support, how you can get them ready, what you need to know to monitor their grades, their transcript, how you can help them, and what you need to know about being a high school parent. And then we have, of course, our monthly school site council meetings where you can be elected to serve and represent all of our parents. And last but not least, we offer a number of parent education nights throughout the year that our counselors and teachers present so that you can be involved. Additionally, we want to share with you that this year the PK program will begin in January and it will be virtual. We're working hard with the PK program that we'll be presenting, and we hope that you'll join us for that wonderful 8-week series. We are privileged to have had almost 300 graduates from that program over the 3 years, and we're one of the first high schools to offer a level 2 program. You're welcome to email me any questions and comments and concerns, and I want to thank you for tuning in. We'll be recording this very same thing in Spanish and having it posted on our webpage. If you watch this, I'm asking you to please, after this program, sign or fill in the Google form that I'm sending. It's just a very simple form that asks you to acknowledge that you watched. We have to demonstrate to the federal government that we have recorded this and made it available to parents. And so we ask that you would please acknowledge that you've had the opportunity to watch. Thank you and have a great evening and a great school year.